PrEP is a new HIV prevention tool based on a biological finding actually from many years ago that antiviral drugs can prevent HIV acquisition.
PrEP is the pre-exposure prophylaxis, which is the medication that you can take every day to prevent you from getting HIV infection.
PrEP is important because it's a new prevention tool that has been approved by WHO and the US CDC. And it's a new tool that needs to be rolled out in the region because the current prevention methods are not working for MSM in this region.
The motivation actually is both personal and related to advocacy. Of course, I want to make use of an option to prevent HIV infection, but at the same time to give myself an opportunity to talk about this new approach.
The motivation was really to try to do everything that I could to remain HIV negative from the time I began being sexually active. And as new developments arrive in the world of HIV prevention, PrEP was one of them.
The main reason for me is to feel secure, to feel comfortable in the term of sexual relation.
For those who are at high risk for HIV, means that they probably don't have enough control, enough power to control the use of condom. PrEP is really an intervention that can protect you from getting HIV.
Sometimes when my partner are older and when I'm younger, we have a different power in deciding something, including in deciding more safety sexual behaviors.
So the fact that you can take PrEP, I take it every morning with my vitamins at breakfast, and it's removed from the time of the sexual encounter, it's a lot easier.
We feel that given the urgency of the epidemic, particularly in gay, bisexual, and other MSM, that the rollout has really been terribly insufficient. Two countries in the Asia-Pacific region have allowed and have a recommendation for PrEP use, Thailand and Malaysia. Neither one is paying for it through the public system, so people have to pay for it out of pocket.
The thing that weighed on me a lot in my decision to start PrEP, and it still does, is this sort of global injustice that I can access this medication when the majority of people who are living with HIV don't have access to these drugs to stay healthy.
I knew that if I want to access the PrEP in a sustained way, I need to access it in my country. But after waiting for a long time, until now, there's still no any procedures provided in my country. So I tried to figure out how to access it here in Bangkok.
Traveling to Bangkok regularly for PrEP isn't the most convenient or the most cost-effective way to get PrEP, so I've been exploring means to do all the PrEP-related tests in Manila, but that's not possible right now because I've approached a few HIV facilities and I think the hesitation is that we have no guidelines on PrEP yet. The most difficult or the most challenging consideration was about how I would be judged by my own peers. There was an instance before where I had to take PrEP, and it took me a while before I was able to disclose that incident to my peers, and I encountered harsh judgment from them. But I realized that the option is there. What is so wrong about giving gay men or a marginalized community the newest approach, the newest methodology to prevent HIV transmission?
What we've seen is that many providers are still reluctant to have the conversations about sexuality, sexual health, sexual risk exposure. Many don't understand the lives of gay men and other MSM.
The first challenge is how to get people to know that now you can use PrEP, you can come forward, ask for PrEP service to protect yourself. And the second challenge is how to get service provider ready enough and feel confident enough to provide PrEP to those who are in need for HIV prevention.
PrEP opens up another discussion around sexual pleasure and also sexual health, and it's also an option for guys to be able to have intimate sexual relationships.
So I think, to me, the most exciting thing about PrEP is what we're hearing from the men and women who are on it.
Since starting PrEP, my attitude towards sex has also changed. It allows you to redraw your own notions of safety and protection and being responsible towards your own self.
I become more confident. We need to be free of fear, we need to be free from pressures, but at the same time, we also still protected.
If PrEP is not accessible in your country or in your own context, then demand for it. Because I think having these choices is our right.